And as this room fill up, be sure, and I mean just that, be sure to hit that like button. Sharing is caring. Cowboy Nation, put a 1 in the chat if the audio is straight. This episode is brought to you by Sleeper, the #1 fantasy app in the world. Be sure, check us out. And while doing such, use promo code LAW. Cowboys measuring up against the NFC East. Plus more Q&A. More and more. More and more. Come on. Ain't no party like a cowboy party. But what about a Law Nation's groove? From my studios to yours.
Ready? Run from it. Rest of your rides all the same.
5, 4, 3, 2. And one. All right, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. The name is Law Nation. Without hesitations nor deviations to the matter, be sure to hit that like button, share this content, let that friend, that neighbor know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. It's including the ice wall, baby. All right. As we proceed to talk about what we need, the first and foremost thing that we need here is a W. Jeez. I need for Russell Wilson to play exactly how he played today next week. I don't want to see Russell out there running, and I don't want to see him doing the 1-2 steps with Sierra in them, right? Washington did look good. Daniels did look good. The running game was here and there. They look good, you know. So we are third place in the division right now. Third. Lord. Kansas City sus. Well, next week I'm a die-hard Kansas City Chief fan next week. Yeah, we're going to be all rooting for the Chiefs. Chiefs, do us a favor. Do us a huge favor. They got to, right? Yeah. Oh. You know, it's a weird world when Daniel Jones look good, right? I was hoping that he didn't look good so that the coach can start releasing players and getting rid of players. Now, you know, the coach look good. They look worldly. Of course, according to what we've seen with Tua, you know, Tua didn't look that great today. Who all been watching football? Let me know. Who? Yeah. Ace Boog says we should have really beaten the Eagles. Ace, what I can say today is that this right here, believe it or not, like Ripley's, jeez, this is a must-win game. Already, it's a must-win game. You can't fall too far behind, and especially by Washington winning today. You definitely don't want them to have that over you. So this is already, I think the schedule makers, they knew what was going on. So they made these type of things happen. They set this up for us. And now we're looking at this situation and scenario is that Cowboys, come on, Seahawks. Come on, Seahawks. Yeah, 10-7. All right, Broncos beating the Titans. Packers beating the Lions. I'm watching that game absolutely on my other TV over here. And the MP just threw Sewell like he folded him like a wallet, you know. Yeah, Texans, Rams. Come on, Texans. Come on. Any AFC team. I need these AFC teams to win every game, all right? And we'll be watching the Bills and Ravens later on. Jaguars got them a win. Bucks got them a win. Hey, that Ibuka, he did look really good. He did look good. The Bengals, man, they got lucky, didn't they? Yeah, the Bengals done got lucky, man. I told you defense win championships, and the defense won that game, helped win that game, by the way. The Cardinals beat the Saints. I got to go back and watch that one. Didn't watch that one because we got to watch the Cardinals and see what they're going to look like for the 2025 season. We got to go back and watch the Raiders, too. Let me just be nosy and see what they did because we got to see them sometime this year. Didn't watch the Ravens game. So you mean to tell me Geno, wait a minute, Ashton, okay, 19 carries for only 38 yards? Oh, Lord. Shoot. Maybe y'all were right about Ashton. I got to go watch the tape, though. Got to watch the tape. And the Steelers-Jets. The Jets don't look like they're going to be a pushover this year. The Jets don't look like they're going to be a pushover this year. So we're going to have to be prepared and be ready for the Jets, ladies and gentlemen. They don't look like they're going to be a pushover. And we play them on the first end of the schedule. It look like you're going to have to be ready. I do have this right here in the Jaguars. Of course, they beat the Panthers. I got to go back. I'll go back and watch the Jaguars just for simple strength. But we play the Panthers this season, do we? So we'll see how that looks. So it's a few games that I got to go back and watch. And even though from 1 week to the next, is always a different situation, especially as it relates to football. But how do we measure up against the NFC East? I know we went to a long battle with the Eagles, and I'm not looking for any moral victories, but we can say to ourselves, man, we shot ourselves in the foot. That was a meaningful game for us, not a meaningless game. I think if we were a little bit more poised, right, then we would have won that game. And but it is for what it is. That's why it makes it such an important deal, whereas we got to beat the Giants. You don't want to start off 0-2, and you definitely don't want the Eagles to win next week, nor the Washington team. I don't know who the Washington got to play, but you definitely don't want them to win. And Steelers defense looked bad. Yeah. Low key, I think we gave a lot of firepower to the Green Bay Packers too. We watching Green Bay Packers, and even though I didn't know that overall they had like the 5th or the 6th ranked defense last season. So it looks like they got more and more weapons, more and more firepower to their defense, and they're going to be hellacious to deal with, especially when you have to deal with everybody on their front. They get into the quarterback, they sacking them. And you got to understand that that's a very premium offensive line from the Detroit Lions, and they are able to get to it. So it's one of those things, whereas we got to figure out what we can do against them. But that's a couple of weeks down the stretch. Cowboy Nation, how do y'all feel? The Lions have 3 new starters on that line, though. Yeah, Lions defense. Like here's the crazy thing about the Lions, right? They may look kind of lethargic now, but when we play them, it's on the back end of the schedule, and they be probably all oiled up and ready to go. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see how that goes. Also, what can benefit us collectively would be this aspect of it, of the simple fact that Cowboys, we can look at it like, let us get ready. Let us get rolling. Let us figure out ways to gain this momentum. How do you guys feel that we stack up against these teams that we're seeing today? Because I got one reservation. Cowboys, Big Dial says Cowboys left points on the field. Y'all remember back in the days, we used to say, man, we're a good defense, but let us not face off, and this is when Papa Rob Marinelli's defense. Remember we had issues against running quarterbacks? Can somebody put a 1 in the chat? Do y'all remember when we had issues against running quarterbacks? And this was with Rob Marinelli's defense, right? And I got to go back and think, what do we look like now under Matt Eberflus against running quarterbacks? Like running quarterbacks that could run. I remember 1 year we had to play against Mitch Trubisky, of all quarterbacks, and he was able to scoot and get out even though he wasn't a running quarterback. What was the other guy we played, and he didn't even have a name? Driscoll or whatever, And these running quarterbacks used to give us fits back in the days. If we don't anchor in, because if you go back and watch the tape, even though they held the hell out of our guys on the edge, I don't want Matt Eberflus to be stubborn or so stubborn to a degree, whereas he don't put a spy on that quarterback, right, and stomp out all of that stuff. We were fine in the second half collectively. But I'm still I have to see it again. And I don't quantify Russell Wilson as a running quarterback, right? I don't think that he is one. Let's go down this list of quarterbacks we got to play this season, so make sure we're on the same page, ladies and gentlemen. But let me show y'all the standings while I do so. Appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all to the moon, skies, and stars and back. All right, so this is the list here. Where our team at? Okay, NFC, we are in third place. Not for long now, Not for long. We gonna get a little bit higher. We just let one slip away. All right, so let me click on this right here, and we're gonna go to schedule well. Mm-hmm. All right, next opponent will be the. Let me count out these running quarterbacks. They can scoot and run. I don't think Dart is not going to play. Russell Wilson, I think he's no longer a running quarterback, but I think Chicago, I don't know if that Caleb Williams, do he run or do he have the scramble escapability? I don't know, but I do know Love can scoot. I do know that he can scoot Fields if he's still healthy around that time. I'm not worried about him on his ability to escape, and that's young. I don't think that he can run like that. But I know he can scoot. Bo Nix, you just got to cover every blade of grass with him. I know he can scoot. I'm going to put a question mark right here. I don't think he can run like that, but, not worried about Geno. This is going to be a rematch. You always got to be weary of him. Check mark. He can scoot. Check mark. Okay. So we got some games that we're going to look at down the stretch of who really can run, who's not running, who's going to do this and these sorts of things. Caleb will run, but not that much. Okay. So it's just something. It's like putting a placeholder on this defense to see whether or not this would be a situation and scenario that this – I hope that it is not an ongoing situation, whereas – we refuse to put a spy on said quarterback, right? And at some point, we got to have a person to say, hey, you got to take one for the team. I'm not saying that you do this, but make them pay when they do escape out of the box. If they're going to run, then make them pay. I know it sounds crass, but that's just for what it is. D-Law just made a big stock. It's for Meek. I feel you, fam. We'll be looking at some of these guys, man, and seeing what they're going to do. It looks like the Lions about to score again. I hope they come back. Look, keep this in mind. We want the Lions to lose. We want the Green Bay Packers to lose every single game. We need for them boys to lose every single game. And I wouldn't be mad at all. Yes, indeed. I want Green Bay Packers to lose every single game. And that's a benefit to us, ladies and gentlemen. Kobe, what she says, appreciate you. Thank you so much. Love just threw a pick 6. Okay. And they got an injured Packer on the ground. Burgers says Cowboys rule. Oh, they saying that Dart have a shot to play? Yeah, I mean, if that's the case in the scenario, then that's the area. I mean, and that's the case in the scenario, if you really look at it, Cowboy Nation, and say to yourself, how good it would be if we get Dart out there on the field and we destroy him, right? Or he could be one of those guys and we say, hey, man, he's like Jaden Daniels or what have you. So it's the area of the unknown for me. Bring it back, the Lions. Yeah. Best RBs didn't get 90 yards on the ground. Most of the time around this time frame, anytime that you will have, they done through love on the ground. Anytime that you have the first week, maybe the first 2 weeks or such, it is always difficult to try to gauge. It normally takes 3 to 4 weeks so that you can see the tendencies and how the teams really look like as it relates to that. Or they call that play back. So it's still 17-6 for the Packers versus the Lions there. All right, so with that being said, of course, we got to get things moving and grooving. If this is your first time ever being here on The Nation, man, we talk Cowboys football and beyond. The Cowboys got an extended break from this by playing on Thursday, and they have a lot of times to measure and look at everything. And one of the guys that I really want to give flowers to as we report all of this will be a guy that you guys about to see fighting in the rain. But we got a super chat before we go there. I'm saving my Micah Parsons jersey so I can burn it when the Packers play the Cowboys in Week 4. We are enemies now. Oh, echoes. Oh, wow. I'm not mad at you, you know. Yeah. He's the ops now. All right. So one of the people that I really wanted to spotlight was Tyler Guyton. Who remember him during the offseason punching and fighting and all of this stuff in the rain? And a lot of people say, hey, man, what boxing got to do with offensive line play? Well, boxing got to do everything with your hand placement. You want hands inside. You want to be able to redirect, and you want to be able to keep your hands inside the cylinder. Now, granted, that is an illegal move, but any aggressions that you can get to let people know that you're 6'7", 330 pounds, hey, that is something that you need to display, put out there on full display. And the measurements of our tackles, they did a good job on being able to sustain themselves. Now, they going up against probably a better edge rush out of the Giants. But as you guys saw today, the Giants, man, you know, I think that the Giants will be a team that will showcase you some good defense, but it won't be sustainable enough. They will showcase you a few good plays, but it won't be sustainable enough. Why? Because of the simple fact, let me put it this way. That offense, as you can see, already have some confusions going. I've seen Malik Neighbors going right at it with his head coach, right? Now, that ain't something that you want on display. And then especially coming off of a loss, you don't want to showcase to the world that you have these type of issues going on. Whether it's fabricated or not, you got to say to yourself, okay, this is something that you definitely don't want on the table. And all it takes for us to do is hit the Giants in the mouth a few times, right? And they will cave, they will fold. And that's what I like to see. Already the frustration. Now, Giants, if y'all don't like Malik Neighbors like that, I can give y'all Jalen Tolbert, Mozzie, and next year's 3rd round draft pick for Malik Neighbors. Yeah, they'll work out real well. Damn! Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Yes, indeed. F the ghost face, the double reverse game against the Packers. I'll be there. It's from C-Los. I feel you, fam. Sam Williams, James Houston, Nealon looked great on Thursday night. This is from Matt Batten. They did. So what we got to do is stack the things that look great or look good at and put those boys in position to win. Yeah. Yes, indeed. So Walter says, wow, we can't get happy about a possible win. Well, are you talking about from last week or are you talking about for this week, right? You know, yes, give them Sanburn as well. Throw in some Doritos, some nachos. Throw it all in, baby. You know, yeah. Got a super chat. Let the AI speak on it.
Quinton Warner, $10. Law Drive Q. It changes week to week. I know we look good. However, the difference is Eagles sign players like Zadarius Smith after a win. We sign CB you never heard of. How JJ move?
Yeah, and I did talk about that the Eagles saw an issue that they had. They were not getting any pass rush. They were not getting any pass rush, and instead of waiting for it to fester and continue to grow, because fire do spread, right? So what they did was they said, you know what, there's an issue. Let's go ahead and solidify that issue with a veteran edge rusher, a journeyman who's been on multiple teams in that light. So can I get mad at that? Nope. We gotta figure out how to counter. We see these boys again down the stretch, and when we see them, it's damn near a must-win game because of those situations. Let me see what we have here. We got so many things that our back are against the wall. The Cowboys, we move in a certain way, a different way, and that's just how we move. We move as if though we are. How can I put this? We move as if though we are already solidified in those positions due to the fact that we are a what they call a mom and pop type of business. And unfortunately, that is an unfortunate situation, unfortunately. But we got to figure out how to get beyond that and continue to move forward. If not, we will be talking about the same things over and over again. The Cowboys do know how to feel like this. I'm trying to put it in a way whereas I'm not beating up the front office because the front office didn't make CeeDee Lamb drop them damn balls, right? CeeDee Lamb catches the balls. Miles Sanders hold on to the football. We win. We giving the front office all type of praises. Kool-Aid, you know what I'm saying? We talking glory of the documentary and beyond. But what makes it such a hard situation is that we do see other teams play or front office move with a sense of urgency. Right? And I'm trying my best not to be on the like I told you so type of train. Like, we knew what we always needed, and we knew, like everybody knew, that it was going to take time for Mozzie to develop. There's people right now that's listening still saying, hey, put Mozzie in. Give him a shot. Let him be that. Right? But it takes time. And if you think about it, we didn't have to move earth into the heavens and all of that stuff. Javon Kinlaw was right there during our offseason. You could have scooped him up for cheap, right? Had unbelievable. And here's the Lions got sacked, damn near a safety. I'm telling you, Green Bay gonna be a defense to be thought about. But what I'm getting at is that the Cowboys, we do sometimes look at our team in a vacuum. And we talk about the top heaviness of our team. Now, we got 4 first-round picks in the next 2 seasons. I'm hearing that this team is probably more on the aspect of utilizing those 4 draft picks because at the end of the day, you are who you are. This is a draft-heavy team. Yeah, so we're going to see, man, because I know for sure if this was a Jimmy Johnson, I'm not saying that Jimmy Johnson would have did X, Y, and Z, but there would have been somebody cut, somebody released, somebody that's benched without the possibility until they prove it again, right? So that's just how that goes, and I feel exactly what you're saying. So we got to get up to this. We got to stand tall. There are some, like, for example, the reason why I put both of these boys out here on the screen, measure up. Because at the end of the day, yes, you drop balls, CeeDee Lamb. Yes, there are some bad tape out there with George Pickens of not playing through the echoes of the whistle. And by him being his first time here, Cowboy Nation, I think, and this is just me not trying to put Band-Aid over the bullet wound, but this is me trying to let y'all know. Me trying to let y'all know that at some point, we got to welcome and embrace this, not just talk bad about it and shoot holes at it. I'm talking about George Pickens. JB too, because he was frustrated just like we were all frustrated, right? But he shouldn't display it on the field. And he gotta know that playing for the silver and blue and the star on the side of the helmet, every little thing that you do is going to be magnified times 30 or 40 or 50 1 million, But the Cowboys got to make sure, and when we talk about these things, before I go any further, let's just make sure we measure up. Also, in this light, let's listen to this right quick, baby. Let's get it. Let's talk about high quality, and I'm talking about fabric, and that's what Chubby's brings to the table. As you can see, it's chilling. It's cool. It's always been in a great spot and a great moment. With Chubby's, they got the high quality fabric that would keep you cool and dry no matter what. And on top of that, when you think of it, for a limited time, Chubby's will give you 20% off of your order when you use the exclusive code LAW, L-A-W. So at chubbysshorts.com, check us out and dive in there and get your 20% off with Chubby's. Use promo code LAW. That's www.chubbysshorts.com. You will enjoy, I guarantee. And then with that, with the original stretch materials like they have with shorts, you will feel comfortable as well as with the shirt and beyond. So check out Chubby's. Use promo code LAW and check out that to get 20% off of any of your purchases. Let's go. Feel comfortable. Feel smooth with high quality fabric with Chubby's. No doubt, man. Be sure to check out Chubby's, man. The information is in the description box to get discounts off, and you want to feel comfortable. You want to feel smooth. You want to be able to groove in the right direction, and Law can help you out with that by using promo code LAW. Appreciate y'all. Yes, Ace Boogie is right on the money. The Packers didn't really need Micah Parsons, but they got him. The more the merrier. The offense is hitting on some cylinders there. That defense will be a problem down the stretch. And I think that we got so bogged down on Parsons being, and I know people don't want to hear this, we got such bogged down on Parsons being an edge rusher. A lot of people forgot that 7 to 8 sacks a season he got from A gap. They line him up over the center. They also shoot him through A and B gap. And that is making it difficult to be able to measure, right? And our only battle cry been, and I'm not crying over spilled milk, well, go get you a true one tech, right? That's all we've been asking for. And when I was looking at tape, I was looking at the Washington team. Payne and Javon Kinlaw, oh my God, them boys just not starting off. They're going to be something to be dealt with down the stretch. They are pretty good, and it's crazy to see Dan Quinn with some good big bodies down inside, and that is a thing that we have to be prepared for. I'm not worried from our mindset because we do have BB, we do have Tyler Booker, we do have, dare I say, Tyler Smith, and I think that them boys going to be able to keep the quarterback upright. But just to know that the Washington team is going to be a tick better on defense by getting and improving down inside. So those are things that we have to quantify. How do we measure up, right? What do we need to do in order to win? I want to win at all costs, right? Regardless of the situation. We need to win at all costs. This is a must-win situation. Dan Quinn, this is from Kelly Lawson. Appreciate you. Shout out to all of the Laws. Dan Quinn said he was not worried about New York. He is focused on Green Bay. Well, I hate to be a damn. Green Bay do play Washington next week. Who do we want to win? Oh Lord. I need Green Bay to win, but I need Green Bay to lose. I need it to be a draw. I need that thing to be a draw. What I ultimately I wanted the Giants to win today, right? And then the Giants' wheels to fall off, right? And at some point of that game, I thought they was going to get some things moving, but then there came a stalemate, So it's going to be a situation. McBalls says still is a problem. I seen some good plays out of Steele, though. And he's if we run the ball more, like what Ace Boogie was saying, is to get us over that little feel that we have that I know we can be just a tad bit better than what we were last game is that running back. Now, I don't know. Maybe Jadon Blue is as advertised as far as his speed, right? And we know what Javonte Williams can do. We seen what he can do last week. Those yards that he was getting, them dirty yards, I said, yeah. It's just that we shot ourselves in the foot by not giving him the ball. But we ain't going to be having this all year, right? Like, we better be doing things as it relates to when we get inside the 20 or close to the 20, that I'm seeing 33 out there or I'm seeing 40 out there. Right? So I don't want us to get into this thing whereas we revert to the situation that we did last game, right? Played so bad, the football guy said, show some lightning. That's why I bet you when the weather happened and they had the lightning stuff, that was Tom Landry. Yeah, that was Tom Landry. Mad. You know, he was like, why would you put Tom Landry was in the heavens. Yeah. Tom Landry was in the heavens, and he saw that fumble from Miles Sanders, and he said, throw some lightning. That's why he was mad. It was like, why would you put him in the game? We had Javonte Williams. After he got hawked down, don't reward him with bad stuff, right? Shout out to you, Alan. Appreciate you so much. But, you know, at the same time, in the between time, Cowboy Nation, as we propel, because on Sunday, I like to get you guys' thoughts on a lot of things, right? So we're going to open up the phone lines to get everything going. But before we do such, I want to be able to put this out here of who's sponsoring this show today.
Sleeper is the #1 fantasy sports app. It pays to know sports. Pick more or less on top players. Your first pick is on us, so start winning now. Play in Texas, Georgia, Minnesota, and 27 more states. Pick anytime across all sports, pregame or live. Over 10 million players are already on Sleeper. Make your picks count. Score up to 1,000 times your cash. Join today. Get up to $100 credit using the code LAW. Call your shot on Sleeper. Download now.
No doubt, man. So download Sleeper now and get in line with all of these benefits that they have. They got all type of sponsors, man, and promos for you. And the sponsored promos will be like, for example, Aaron Jones with a 0.5. I mean, he could fall forward. He can fall forward and get a 0.5 yard, right? So those are things that you can pick, and all you have to do is go with more or less. And when you select that, let's say if you go with more, that's a promo with there, and then you go with another team, and you can go with, let's say, Josh Allen. He's finna play tonight or what have you, and they got him down for a 0.5. You can go more or less with that. Or you go with Lamar Jackson with 228 yards passing. You can go less with that. And then you can view your entries and select and submit entries, and that's just as easy as easy does. And then you can get $25, and you can also, when you use that code, you can share it around. And just use promo code LAW to see how all of that great stuff worked for you, Cowboy Nation. In the meantime, in the between time, I want to talk about this one other improvement. I think the Green Bay Packers just scored again. Yeah, that makes me very, very angry. All right, so with that being said, sometimes when your back is against the wall, right, you find out who you are the most, right? You find out what you need to improve on the most. And when this guy, CeeDee Lamb, was doing this, it's on me. It's my fault. Two things came in my mind, and I was very hard on CeeDee Lamb. Pause if necessary. I was so hard that the fact that I said that he's not portraying who he really is. He need to go back to the olden ways. He don't need grills all in his mouth, 4 or 5 sets of earrings on, 2 or 3 chains on to prove that, hey, I'm a star-studded caliber player. Naysayer, you can take all the grill off of your mouth and remove all of the chain, because it doesn't matter. You catch those footballs, that will glow more than anything that you can put on your face, your mouth, around your neck. No one is brighter than a star. If Lamb just catches the football, that star on the side of his helmet is going to shine brighter than anything he's trying to gain attention for. He don't need no jury on out there. He just need to be focused and locked in, is what I'm trying to get at. He don't have to portray this image that I'm tatted up and I'm slugged out and I'm this hard guy and all of this stuff. All he need to do is just play football. I guarantee you can book it, that he would have been the most shining object out there just by catching the football, not by what he have on. And now that I'm seeing him out here going through this right here of saying it's on me, two things came into my mind. In the hearts of hearts, he knew that he lost this game. Secondly, he knew that he didn't prepare himself enough to be on top of things. So now that you go back and look at this, he's out there catching the football. He's out there saying, hey, I got to get back into my mindset that I'm that him. I'm Timothy. I got to get back to showcase to the world that I lost the game. I got to read this back up, baby. Because if he just caught one of them balls that he dropped, we're in a whole different situation. And you see how crazy it is now. Because the Eagles 1-0, the Washington 1-0, and both of those teams are considered better. But you had the best team against the ropes, and you dropped it. So how do you measure up? You have the short-term memory. You get back into the old things, the rudiments of things. Stop all of the flashing and get your ASS out there and put in that time. The most important thing on this planet is time. You can never get it back. There's people right now that said, hey, man, I'll call you back tomorrow. That person gone. And you be sitting there living in regret, saying, dang, I told I was going to call him back tomorrow. Knowing that I had enough time to talk to him, but I wanted to do something else. There's people right now, I'm going to get up, I'm going to start working out, I'm going to get ready. They said that 5 years ago. They could never get that time back. There's people right now angry and upset at someone for something small. Man, I'll call them in the morning and let them know that I apologize. That day go by, they gone. Can never get that time back. It's precious. So now CeeDee is looking at it like, man, if I had this dedication on the front end, oh my gosh, I wouldn't have to worry about doing this on the back end. Yeah. Ghostface gave it, says Saunders, got to call him Saunders now. Saunders fumble, two were going to score the touchdown. Lamb is a star already. Yeah. Now Saunders, he need to be holding that ball. He need to be holding that ball high and tight. You know, And Saunders, he need to be saying, Lord, if I'm ever given an opportunity again, I'm not fumbling that bag. No, he really need to get back on the good foot. Yeah. Ferguson too. We had a lot of miscues. Believe it or not, Dak Prescott too. I guarantee you. Now, he may not say it, but he probably saying, damn, if I put it out and up just a little bit over. Man, he probably told Lamb, hey, man, you my guy. Then he had to look Pickens in his eye and say, I got you next game, dog. You know, I had to show my allegiance to the number one wide receiver first. Had to make sure we get in rhythm. Now I'm working on you next week, right? So yeah, the Packers do look scary. Not gonna lie, Suave TV. Man, we put all that stuff Jerry been talking. He put batteries all in their back too. Yeah, and I didn't know we helped them boys out tremendously, because they got rid of an older player for a younger player, and they are the youngest team in the National Football League on both sides of the coin, on offense and defense. That's a real young team. That's why I said, Jerry, don't trade Parsons within the confines of the conference. That cut even worse. It would have been easier for you to trade him to the Eagles inside of the division. At least you get to work up against them twice. And y'all saw what the compensation that the Eagles were trying to bestow upon us for Parsons? Yeah, they said the Eagles offered, let me pull this up, and I know y'all don't want to hear this, but hey, we making time go by. I could be playing dominoes or playing spades and stuff right now. It says here, Arland Cowboys, pretty much, man, he's my people. The Eagles offered the Cowboys 2 firsts, a third, and a fifth, and more. It says, and more. They wanted that. They wanted that, and they said, yeah. The Cowboys said, man, we had zero interest, man. Yeah. But that goes to show you that if I was Jerry, I would have looked at Green Bay and been like, yeah, man, I seen what y'all did to us. I'm not finna add no more firepower to you all. I'm sending Parsons to Pelican Bay, and I still hold the rights to him. You know, hey, I got his rights for 3 more years, and what I'm gonna do is, hey, deadline make deals. If he's saying that he ain't willing to play, what I'm gonna do is, you could always trade for a real one tech, right? But the trade deadline ain't week 1. Shoot, I would have been able to hold Parsons for ransom to one of them AFC teams, and would have came out with at least 3 first-round picks and some more. Yeah, shoot. They wanted him bad. And then I would have played some hardball. I would have been, if that was me in that situation, I would have leaked out that stuff on the front end. I would have said, hey, name me a good AFC team, y'all. Name me a real good AFC team. Name me a real good AFC team. I'm going to show you how we should have negotiated this one. Yeah, name me a real good AFC team. For somebody in the chat. Yeah. Name me the Ravens, the Bills. I would have been on the phone with the Bills saying, hey, the Eagles, they just won the Super Bowl. They willing to give us XYZ, 2 first round. Hey, Parsons wouldn't have been on his team. He would have been somewhere in AFC though. Yeah. Bills, KC, one of them teams, because I would have showed them this is a team that just won the Super Bowl. This is what they put in the hat. They giving me 2 firsts, a third, a fifth, and another thing, and a player. Shoot. Kansas City would have been like, hey, run that by me again. The Bills would have been saying, oh, the Chargers would have been like, hey, this is what the team that just won the Super Bowl just did? Okay. Or the Jets. Yeah, sure, you probably would have ran out of there with Quentin Williams or one of the other guys. Shoot. Held it for ransom. Yes, indeed. They probably threw in James Cooks for, how did Clark, I think Clark played pretty well as far as for what we asked him to do. Yeah, I think Clark played it well. I think that even with Clark, it's going to be a wrap-up situation, right, for him to get to the level that we really want him to excel in. But for what we can say is, for damn sure, Clark gave us a better input and an output for what we would have seen out of Mozzie, right? That's what all I'm getting at. But neither here nor there, Cowboy Nation, I just want to tell y'all this. If you don't like what you're hearing, right, and somebody else don't like what they're hearing, and they driving and they swerving, right, and they swerve right and they swerve left and they fool around and hit you, let me tell you what you need to do.
It starts from the first phone call. Most of the time, you're going to talk to Gene Burkett. a 30-year partner. You're not going to talk to some employee that just got put on the phones that day.
There are things that are so crucial, especially if it's a cataclysmic event, to have our experts get out and look at the vehicle, witness statements, photos, the whole thing.
Call Frenkel first.
Chosen by the people, feared by the insurance companies. Call Frenkel first.
That's 214 or 817 in all of the threes. Frenkel and Frenkel Personal Injury Lawyers, they located here in the heart of Dallas. Combined over 100 years of experiences. They know the terrain, they know the area, they know the laws, the rules, and the regulations for the nation. So if you're in a pinch, slip and falls at work, hit your knee while you're going up the ladder at work, fall off the ladder at work, somebody rear end you, T-bone you, especially at work, be sure to reach out to our partners. They would take great care of you, not advantage of you. Blink twice if you know what I'm talking about. Keep this in mind. If you can't dial that number, just visit FrenkelFirm.com. Now I have, get that off the screen, measuring up. Now I have a hotline for your mind. That's 657-390-7391. That's the hotline for your mind from my end. And I want to know what y'all thoughts are on all of this. I got from the 201. You're live on the Nation. Talk to your boy.
You also got to quantify that Detroit do got 2 new coordinators. And that's their first time coordinating playing the game. So you got to quantify that. You know what I'm saying? You can't leave that out.
Oh yeah, I don't think that Detroit gonna ever come back. I don't think Detroit ever gonna come back to what they are.
That was the death blow. That was the death blow. That was
yeah.
It ain't the coach. It's the coordinators he hired, and it's over.
Oh, it's over for Detroit.
Right there. Yeah.
But here's another thing though. I don't want Detroit to get picking back up on the back end. It's good to play Detroit early though.
Yeah.
But by the time we play them, they probably be in rhythm by that time. Jeez. Yeah, but you do. Dude, there's a lot of quantifying.
Those 2 coordinators, man, that's a whole new system they got going. I don't care if they say, oh man, they hired from within. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Still, they ain't going to take. That don't mean that the same playbook goes over.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. That don't mean that.
You're right. You're right on that.
So, and I'm sorry, Law. I'm sorry. I don't care how much you get on the jug machine. I don't care how much you work out. If you don't show up when the lights is on, all that doesn't matter. It don't matter, Law. I'm sorry. You win a whole soliloquy, 30, 40 minutes about how you got to put the time in and put the work in and all that. Law, that don't mean nothing. Don't mean nothing.
Well.
Come on, and you don't show up.
That's why I always say.
Put the work in for nothing.
That's why I say everyone have a reason, but results are what matter. And he knew that on the front end 100 that he wasn't doing this. It takes that. That's one thing I loved about Michael Irvin. That Michael Irvin, he would drink all night. You know what I'm saying? Oh Lord! But one thing he would do is he'd be the first one back out there in the field to recoup.
Look at Micah with a sack.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh, you talking about Micah Parsons with a sack?
Oh
Lord. Oh Lord, man. Oh, he dancing on us. Oh Lord, man. It's 3rd and 14 right now. Oh Lord. But yeah, I do quantify the fact that this is a new coordinator and that new defense. That's why the Jets look better. The Jets look better over there with that new defense thing.
Look how the Jets look. Look how the Jets look.
Yeah.
Even, they had, man.
Look,
good.
Let's just be real, though. I know we don't want to talk about this all day, all year long, but people kind of did that to themselves when they said he's just an edge rusher. No, he's a weapon. You got to use him as such.
Here's the deal. People said he's just an edge rusher. People talked about the podcast. People talked about all this and that. Come on, man. Put guys around.
Yeah, that's what I was. That's my only argument.
People don't get it.
Yeah,
put guys around. Cowboys Nation so much don't want to put guys around. They want to show up and do it themselves. No, it don't work like that. I don't care what player you got back there. I don't care what player you get. I don't care what position it is. You got to put guys around it. That's why it's a team.
Yeah,
it's a team. Yeah, rather kill one guy all the time. One guy. You got people saying we lost because of Dak.
Yeah, but Dak
showed
did look better when he had multiple choices, and when we had running game, it's just the Cowboys didn't know what to do with it because they benched the guy that was giving you positive yards for a guy who ran a big yard that got caught down by a linebacker, and gave him another opportunity. That was just the problem right there, Yeah, that was a problem.
And CeeDee ain't show up. The ball hits your hands, you're supposed to catch the ball.
Yeah.
I don't care what nobody say. That was not Dak Prescott's fault. Dak Prescott put the ball right in the breadbasket. Right in the breadbasket.
Yep.
And said, all y'all people, Micah Parsons ain't nothing. Micah Parsons, Do what you do, rush the passer. That's it. I don't care about playing on linebacker. I don't care about that. But you got to understand, Lord. I come to understand that it's Cowboy fans. That's Cowboy fans that want to see the team lose. And then when the team lose, see, I told you. See, Micah need to do this. Dak need to do that. CeeDee need to do this. CeeDee, they want to say that all day because they like, you know what I mean? They want to say that all day.
Yep.
They just want to say that all day and be right rather than say, you know what, we need to put guys around. We need to do this and that. No, it's guys that even call into the show. Man, this team is 2 to 3 years away. Then next year, the team is 4 to 5 years away. They just need to get guys. You just want the team to lose and be wrong rather than sit there and say, and then they don't say what the guy can do. Oh, he can't do this. He can't do that. Boom, 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 boom. You need to trade him. He's a nobody. Boom, boom, boom. Put people around, man.
Yeah. So right now, what we ultimately need right now is not to be satisfied from week one. We need to look at week one.
I'm not satisfied.
No. Yeah. Now is the time to be like, hey, we saw some good positive things from Javonte. We don't know who Jadon Blue is. I got to give him chances. But at the end of the day, what will behoove the Cowboys is to add that other dynamic running back into the fold. Because even with Javonte Williams, I believe this is just my opinion. I may be 1,000,000% wrong, but even with Javonte Williams, I'm looking at it that's not enough for me, right? I'm not satisfied for even what he was doing. I want to be able to crease it with another running back to add to it. That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
All right, I agree. We need another running back to add to it.
Mm-hmm.
I need Jalen Tolbert to be benched, fired, whatever. He did not. Lord, what did he do? Nothing.
Yeah.
The boy was out there jogging, getting his steps in. He wasn't impactful with nothing. He needs to be gone. Put Flo out there. Put somebody else out there that can take that spot.
Yeah.
You put him out there and he I ain't getting the ball thrown to me, so I'm just gonna run, regular routes. And you got to be careful about that about George Pickens too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You need to feed George Pickens the ball more. And I get it. I understand. They had a game plan. We're going to feed CeeDee. That's the game plan they had, and CeeDee just failed. I feel like George Pickens is going to get his shot. He's going to get his shine because I'm telling you right now, the Giants are Barsudu garbage trash. They have that's great offensive line, getting all this pass rush. No pass rush at all. That rookie Jalen Carter they talked about, trash. He ain't do a goddamn thing.
Andre Carter. Abdul Carter.
Whatever.
Yeah.
He ain't do nothing. He did nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Russell Wilson, all I hear Giants fans say right now, Law, Russell Wilson can't see over the line.
Yeah,
He don't know where to throw the ball. Man, you ain't know this, and it took game one for you to know this. You know what I'm saying? And they running back Jadon Blue got folded up like a pretzel. He hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Wait. Our running back is Jadon Blue.
No, whatever the running back name.
Wait a minute, where you at? 100 grand? Come on now, you messing me up.
The Giants running back got folded up like a pretzel, and he out. One of the Giants linemen got hurt also today too. He out. Man, listen, man, the Giants a mess, dog. We need to go into Dallas. A mud hole and you know what I mean? I'm trying to be nice.
Yeah. This game need to be one of those games, man, where
it need to be.
Yeah. Because CeeDee Lamb, like I said, started off 7 catches for 110 yards, just doing all the great stuff, and then a drop happened. And then he caught the disease, the dropsies, and that's what happened. But yeah. I saw Scat Boo. Yeah, Scat Boo. Yeah, shout out to Scat Boo. Yeah.
He had a nice block. I mean, don't get me wrong. He had a nice block on a guy that get Russell Wilson to throw a nice pass. But then he got folded up like a pretzel. He hurt. You know what I mean? So it's like, listen, man.
Yeah, but
and I'm tired of people saying, oh man, you can't blame CD. CD had a good first half. We don't care. It's all about the fourth quarter.
60 minutes, man.
I don't care about the first half.
Yep.
Thank you. I don't care about that. Who cares about that? When the game matters, that's what matters. You got some content creators, man. You know, we played a good game.
No more of it.
We need to say that. No more. No, I don't want none of that. That's why I was mad at you. You took 30, 40 minutes talking about preparing throughout the week. If you can't send a deal, it's a problem. Come on, Law.
No. Wait a minute. Now hold on. I explain it. Now wait a minute. Now 100 grand. You were rolling. You were cooking. I was letting you cook. Man, I knew that you got the $90,000 back. I didn't call you 10 grand. I knew you got the $90,000 back. You 100 grand. But what I was saying is, CeeDee Lamb with all the goals, all of the change, and all of that stuff trying to shine. But ain't nothing gonna shine better than that star on the side of this helmet. So he gotta get his ASS together. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But in closing, yeah.
But they showed how he was on the jugs machine. Coach pointed that out. If Sunday come and he drop balls again, we ain't gonna care nothing about how he was on the jug machine doing all this stuff. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna care about none of that, Law, because he ain't performed. Come on, Law. If you get the chance to perform and you get it in the hole and you don't seal the deal, come on, dog, she gonna talk about you.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying, man.
And if Green Bay win all these damn games, I know we got to quantify the fact that the Lions got a new this and a new that. But if Green Bay go next week and blow another team out, then we're going to be sitting here like with the 32nd pick of the NFL draft, the Cowboys select. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
That's Jerry Jones' fault. That's Jerry Jones' fault, man.
Yeah. The Green Bay better start looking bad. They better start looking terrible. Man. I appreciate you for calling in, bro.
All right, man.
Yeah, put y'all hands together for 100 grand, man. Let people know where they can find and follow you at too, bro.
Hey, you guys can follow me at Graphic Zone HD on Instagram and Facebook. That's Graphic Zone HD on Instagram and Facebook.
Let's go, man. That 100 grand, man. It's good to see him in good spirit, man. He turned into Tupac after that game. He was bombing on everybody, man. He lost about $90,000, but he back on top. He back 100 grand now, man. I got Big Amish in the building, man, from the 202. You're live on the Nation, brought to you by Sleeper.
How about them Cowboys, y'all?
How about them, y'all?
Write them out.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still bitter about that loss.
Yeah.
And you know, I can't just keep but thinking about the time of possession, but also how it looked to me, and I didn't see, because that gap in the game through I didn't get to see the whole thing. I watched it on replay again, but our receivers and blocking assignments and why we gave up on the run in the fourth quarter. You know, we're riding with Dak. I love Dak.
Right.
But we can't put him in this situation again and keep asking him to bail us out, because at the end of the day, at the end of the season, we kind of know what this recipe is going to look like if we do not get a back that could get to the edges or has that special talent. That's why I love Deuce Vaughn, because he could snap those ankles in for a limited period of time. I think he would have been great for this game, by the way. But the running game is critical. I don't know what Jerry Jones is going to do to help solve it, but if we don't get this under control and provide Dak breaks and give him the opportunities, by using the ground game and taking that pressure off him, because we saw what happens when your first team offense has not had a preseason and hasn't had safeties try and take off your head as a wide receiver, those footsteps, that we saw what happened. Because this should have been a blowout in a way, not necessarily a blowout, but we could have put a lot of points on that on the Eagles. No Jalen Carter. You had Jordan Davis, 360 pounds, playing over 80% of the snaps. Just make him run east and west. This guy will be he was huffing and puffing at some point. But when we sit back and get into a passing only framework,
right,
it sets us up. It was setting us up for failure. That's all I'm saying. As good as Dak was playing, and I'm not saying he wasn't, he does have his limitations. Right? He couldn't run the ball. If he could have ran, there were lanes he could have ran instead of throwing to CeeDee Lamb and some of the other players. He could have taken off, and he would have taken off in the past. But that's not Dak now. He doesn't have that ability. He looked like he was running like Gumby. I mean, I like the rollouts. I loved what we were doing, but he has limitations. As long as we understand that and provide him the added ammunition that he needs, take pressure off him. That's all. And I think this was a loss that could have been prevented if we had some players being used in preseason, especially the wide receivers.
Well, but I mean, at this point, at this point, we'll see what we look like next week. I appreciate you, Big.
All right.
Thank you for calling.
How about them Cowboys?
How about them? Yeah. All right. So with that being said, we got this post from my guy, Jackson. He states that the Packers' first round pick is going to be between 25 and 32 if this team stay healthy. Yeah. So it is one of those things that we really going to have to sit back. Here's what I want to say too, ladies and gentlemen. So we can be on the same page. The Cincinnati Bengals, if DJ Turner don't take that ball away at the end of the game, that team with T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, Chase Brown, the best quarterback that God ever created, according to people that's watching, would have limitations. They would have lost that game. We have to understand that teams is a complete team. And it's got to be a situation whereas, regardless of it, the way of the world of the NFL, I get it. Burrows did play in the preseason game. We've seen him throw the ball in the preseason game. Football is a different world than what we thought of many moons ago in the 80s, in the 90s. Hell, I'm the type of person that I want to see us play preseason games. But these guys make business decisions. These guys, and they scored 17 points, right? Bear 24. So, and we can say, well, they didn't play the defending Super Bowl champs, right? But it's parity in the league, man. Every year is a different year. We don't know who's going to be the greatest this season, right? I seen how the Chiefs look, and they played preseason games. So we got to make sure that we measure with this And I get it, man. It's one loss. It's the season. Is not for a short deal. It's long, but it may appear short. 17 weeks is not a long time, but that's just how it goes, unfortunately. I think that with the Cowboys, the game plan, the game plan was right. It was the right look. I have to say it this way. It was the right game plan. Just poor execution. The right game plan, but with poor execution. Let me say this again. The right game plan, but with poor execution. Either one of these plays can change the outcome of the game. The fumble that never happened would have changed the outcome of the game. The catch that was dropped by Ferg would have changed the outcome of the game. The spitting on the quarterback before the game started would probably have changed the outcome of the game. It would have been diluted even if we would have won, because people would have said, hey, if Jalen Carter was there, they would have X, Y, and Z things, right? But we don't know. Who knows? Tyler Booker probably would have been able to stop Jalen Carter. We don't know. It's football. It's football. If Lamb catches those balls, it's a different situation. If Jahan Dotson had CeeDee Lamb hands, if Johan, or however you say this, Dotson was like CeeDee, we would have been looking at this game completely different. That means the quarterback, Jalen Hurts, only threw for 100 yards, and none of his wide receivers were getting busy. That's the craziest thing of it all. All right, so, and we did pay Jake Ferguson too. Yeah, he got paid $52 million, man. Right. I got from the 419, you're live on the Nation. Talk to me. 419. That mom said Sandusky, Ohio. I remember they had some type of thing going on with a guy named Sandusky. I think he from the 484 Hood, Quavius Cusherton. Man, talk to me, man.
What's up with you, bro? How you today?
Man, I'm doing great, man. I can't complain.
Heard that. Likewise, no complaints. Even if I had something, I ain't gonna tell nobody anyway.
Right.
Everybody got their own problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you pretty much laid it out, man. The fumble that never happened. The catch that didn't work. The other catch that didn't work. And the other catch that didn't work. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a game of inches. Yeah, we could have won that game. We had every chance to. We didn't execute.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you don't execute, you end up losing the game. You know what I'm saying? Dak played pretty damn good. Everybody played pretty damn good. I don't think there was an exception. I think everybody played pretty damn good. But we lost. So I'm moving on from Philly. Now I'm moving on to the midgets. I'm encouraged. I'm encouraged by. I mean, we might get a different Giants team next week, but from what I've seen today, I'm encouraged, especially in the NFC East. So I mean, we're in a winnable situation. You know what I mean, as of right now, it's only going into week 2, so don't have any outlandish expectations. Like, yeah, we're going to the Super Bowl. Yeah, calm down. It's not that serious.
Yeah,
it's only week 2. You know what I'm saying? So, like, will we see Jadon Blue next week? We don't know.
Yeah.
Per Shoddy, Maris Leofau played himself into more playing time.
Right, 6 snaps. Need for him to at least have 20. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. So Maris Leofau played himself into some more snaps, which is great, because his attitude in that game, like, it was needed. So yeah, I think having Maris out there for at least 15 to 20 snaps would definitely be beneficial on defense, depending on how much we keep their offense off the field. Because I don't care who we play. I am fine with 9, 10, 11, 12 play drives as long as we put points on the board.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I am fine with it. I understand that the Giants have a pretty good defensive line. The corners are still chips. The safeties I'm not worried about. Brian Burns, Bobby Okereke, Dexter Lawrence, the who's who of that defense, they're going to show up. So we just got to be prepared, man. If you want to test, look at what Guyton went through last year, where his first 4 games, he went through a gauntlet of nasty pass rushes. You know what I'm saying? So now Tyler Booker is going to get his fill of nasty DTs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we just got to see how it holds up. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason to put any extreme expectations on this team. Take it one game at a time. Cowboys Nation.
Yeah. We definitely got to do that, man. If we get a chance to do those things, everything will work its way out for this Giants game. Just correct the little things and keep in mind this is a home game for us. I think majority of the teams that won this week, you can probably look at it like the ratio is that most of the teams that was at home probably won this week. If I just scan through it, not to say that was an excuse, but it's easier to prepare your youth and your younger guys to be ready to be at the house opposed to going on the road. So we'll see how next week transfer over to this week. I mean, next week transfer over to what we did from last week to this week and pick up all of the positive things and minimize the negative things, and we should be okay.
For sure. I do want to expound on one thing. Did you see Daniel Jones today?
Yeah.
Like, what the hell was that? I thought they didn't give a damn about offense for a minute.
Yeah.
They balled out crazy.
They did.
And that goes to show, man. NFL is a crazy lady, man. It is a crazy lady. You know what I'm saying? The dudes that you thought was hot garbage the year before are going into places where they're getting the right type of coaching.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say that again. Getting the right type of coaching. If you didn't take some form of positivity from this first game, the right type of coaching, this offensive line looks completely different than what it did.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they still had their holes, they still had their issues, but they were limited. Look at how disciplined they were. We didn't have any pre-snap penalties.
Yeah.
You know
and that was a whole lot of good stuff for us to have that, And if I'm looking at Shane Steichens for the Indianapolis coach there, he was the guy that got Jalen Hurts going. And if you look at Daniel Jones' skill sets and what have you, he probably got his quarterback that can probably do some of the things that Hurts was doing, but, minimize it. They had 22 for 29. Jonathan Taylor had 71 yards. The guy that we was banging on the table, DJ Giddens, he had 41 yards rushing. I like that kid, bro. And overall they had 156 yards on the ground. So, minimize some of those things and get it going for them. I think that the coach could be good, but this is just a sample size. One game. People going to have tape on them boys now, and they'll see what they can do to correct that.
Oh, yeah. Just like they're going to have tape on us, but the one thing that I take solace in is knowing that George Pickens didn't go off this week.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that was by design.
Yeah. If I promise you, if CeeDee would have caught just the passes that were thrown his way, like on the back end, because he did first on the front end. The game plan was really there for us, but he started to get that in his head, and he started dropping those passes, and the rest is history, bro. But, man, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for calling in, fam. What else you got for me before I let you go?
You already know, man. But you already know who it is, man. It's your boy Hoodie Kush with the Basement Boys. I'm working my way and doing some more content for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make you proud, my guy. You know what I'm saying? So, I just want everybody to, keep your heads up. It's not that serious. It's just week one.
Just week one.
And with that being said, how about them Cowboys? It's your boy Hoodie Kush. Out.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you, man. That's the Hoodie Kush right there. Appreciate him for calling in. Yeah. Those are things that you have to say to yourself across the board. The Packers golfed through for 39 times for 225. They had one touchdown, one INT. He was sacked 4 times. The Packers had a top 10 defense last season. right? So now you got more and more weapons to deal with that on defense. So we'll see how, all of this will work out by the time we play them. If you look back at it, Jordan Love, not like he was like super ultra spectacular, but when you spread the ball out, I heard like 8 or 5 different other wide receivers was catching the ball, and then you still have to worry about Josh Jacob running the ball in the backfield. You got to cover every blade of grass. So we got week 4, right, to be prepared, and hopefully by that time frame it'll be a great game for us to watch. And we got to have these boys to continue to get that L, But let's see what we got here. I got from the 419. You're live on the Nation. Talk to me. $419. You got to unmute yourself. Talk to me.
Oh, one second.
What up?
Hello?
Yes, you're live on the Nation. Talk to me.
Oh, finally.
Hey, you hung up on yourself now. Come on, 419. All right, I'm going to go to the 205. 419, just get it together, man. I got from the 205. You're live on the Nation. Talk to me.
Yo, Law, man. It's been a minute, boy.
Yeah.
Woo.
Who this?
Man, I appreciate this is Zeta, man. You probably don't remember me. Zeta not better, but it's been a minute.
Zeta not better. Okay. Let me save you in here. Zeta, man. What you got for me?
Yeah. So what I took from this last Eagles game, man, that final drive was off to me. I feel like we should have ran the ball just to slow it down a little bit more, but that's just it could have all been negated if CeeDee Lamb would have caught the ball.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have no problem with it. CeeDee Lamb tried his damnedest to sell this one, and he did. I mean, 2 of the 3 passes could have been picked. He slipped on the route. We ain't even going to talk about that one. That the game should have been over because dude should have caught that.
Yeah.
The D-line, I think our D-line look good. It's like when you face a dual threat QB like Jalen Hurts, you got to blitz, especially if they're able to roll away. Our edges ain't able to contain. Like, this is the first game, so maybe they'll get better.
Right.
But Shotty, I have no concerns about Shotty.
Right.
Shotty is a good head coach. I feel like we should have used GP more.
Yeah.
But that's just me. We got so many weapons on offense. I feel like on the end rounds when Turpin was coming in motion, we should have gave them a little bit more.
Yeah.
But offense was good, but it was still room for improvement. Like, and that's scary because our offense was going up and down the field. It was just mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
Mozzie need to go.
Well, Maz is sitting there like, man, I didn't play, so you don't know whether or not I was gonna be good or bad, right, Zeta?
We don't need them.
Yeah, we don't need. Well, here's the thing, and it's one of the things that I hope that we don't do is hoard players, right? Like, we should be on the phone right now, calling, picking, cold calling, and I know that they're not. We should be on the phone calling everybody, mama, uncle, cousin, saying, hey, I got 58. This guy who was drafted in the first round, man, and you know what I'm saying? They should be already moving with a plan to get rid of him. Mm-hmm. You shouldn't, because it's already indicated if he's a healthy stretch, right? And he didn't get out there, that means that you done already told me what you felt about him, and it's time to move on. If that was me, I would have been already in consideration of moving on.
Yeah, he should have been gone, but hey, good old Jerry, man, Uncle Jerry, but. He ain't the only player that we need. What's happening with Rebel, the kid that we drafted in the draft?
Oh, he's definitely won't be ready until probably the end part of November. If I'm a Cowboy guy, you know what I'm saying, in that spot, I would just say, man, red shirt him, be ready next season.
Yeah.
Yeah. And here's the reason being is I think that the Cowboys fall in love. It's good to be draft heavy, right? But it's also better to be, free agent heavy or acquisition heavy. What can win you now? I don't give a dog about 2030. What can I win? What can I win now? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to win in 2025. We could talk all of this good stuff about what he can live up to be, but I need to be where we need to be right now.
Right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. That brings me to my next point, like Green Bay was doing, but I feel like we could have got a nice defensive tackle without trading Micah, though. Like, am I the only one thinking that?
I mean,
we could have tried a little harder.
I mean, this is the thing, and people in the comment box and people around that's tired of hearing the MP news will bully you into not thinking that way, and just say, hey, Stockholm Syndrome, man, we good. We going to win everything what we got right now. We good. You know, the Jones is doing everything great. You know, look, don't worry about that, man. We okay.
Yeah.
It's been 30 years, 30 seasons, but we okay, man. You know, hey, we gonna win it this year with these guys. No, you got to look at what you got now and say, okay, I need to improve upon with what I got now. The Mozzie thing is dead weight. That's paperweight. He's not going to get anything with that. Yes, if a player go down and get hurt, yeah, you can bring him in, but there's nothing good for us right now, right? There's been people already saying, let's go get this running back stuff. We're not. This team may think that we're a year away, but in actuality, we are here today. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you go get you a dynamic running back, man, to open up things. You saw with what 33 was able to do, Javonte Williams. Now pair that up with another good guy, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got one. We got Jaden Blue, but we got tons of running backs. Like, this reminds me of that playoff game and when we Pollard went out. Like, we had running backs, but we don't use them. We don't use what we already have.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't know if that's it's just a Dallas issue, I guess. And that's the only way you can put it. But Green Bay week 4, man. Man, I don't know if I want to see them right now, Law.
Yeah. Yeah, you're
like,
going to have to figure it out.
Mm-hmm. Them boys, hey, man, we ain't going to be playing zone. We got to play man against them because every time Detroit was in zone, it was like an automatic 30 yards.
Yeah, you're going to have to.
I hope Eberflus got enough of Green Bay last year because he was with the Bears, so he should know what to do.
Yeah. He should know exactly what to do, how to prepare himself against that team. I'm optimistic, but, you know, at the end of the day, Jordan Love is a better thrower of the ball than Jalen Hurts, right? And he can scramble and kill you with his legs. And I know Eagle fans won't say that otherwise because Eagles fans be like, nah, Jalen Hurts, you know, when he farts, it's perfume and all of this stuff. But what I'm gonna get at is that we just got to be prepared to cover every blade of grass and be sure that we are taking care of businesses when it's time.
Yes, sir, man. But that's all I gotta say right now, Law. I'm looking forward to the Giants because you know he's about to put belt to ass.
Yeah, BTA.
So automatic 1-1. Yeah, ain't no doubt about that. Giants, look, they say they got a monster D-line, but they ain't show up today.
Yeah.
I don't know where they was at.
Yeah.
But that's all I got to say. Cowboy Nation, we going to be all right, yo.
Yes, indeed, man. You just got to get it there. Yeah. Yeah. Appreciate you. All right, I got from the 214, you next, hold tight. But I just want to let people know that, you know, right now is the time to strike. We got 4 first-round draft picks. Go where we need to improve at now and don't wait until it's too late. And then try to get it after the trade deadline and get almost to the trade deadline and say, hey, we were trying to get this guy. But what happened was, you know, the deadline, the ink ran out of paper or paper ran out of ink and all of this stuff. And that's exactly what they said in 2022 when we was attempting to improve the wide receiver room, and it never materialized until the next year. I got from the 214, you live on the Nation, man. Talk to me.
How long now? This my boy Loud now, huh?
Yes, indeed. Westmoreland, man. What's good with you, fam?
What's up with it, Loud? You see, I ain't talked to you.
Hey,
you know,
it been good, bro.
Good.
Yeah.
Been good. That's what's up. Okay, well, let's go ahead and talk about it, Loud. We wasn't even supposed to be in that game.
Yeah, but we was in it.
Right?
We were in it.
We was in it, Law. You get what I'm saying, Law? So we wasn't even supposed to be in that game.
According to Vegas and all of them folks, man.
Yeah, according to Cowboy Nation.
Let's
go ahead and keep it real. You know, according to Cowboy Nation, they thought we wasn't even gonna be in that game, man. We showed that we actually got something this year. We actually do.
We do.
And I guess I'm with you with that.
Yep.
But I pushed back on I don't think we need to go get another like a pass rusher. I think we need to get another D tackle, somebody that can complement Big Kenny, Big Clark.
Right. You know? Now, as far as pass rushers, I don't have a dog in that fight. I think the pass rushers did their job. my
Yeah,
whole
I think so
argument,
too.
I think the last call argument was, shit, you didn't have to get rid of your pass rusher to get an interior guy, you know. But I get it. The 47 million. Here's how it
That's
goes
what
right
it
here.
was. That's what
Whenever,
it was, though, Lyle.
whenever the market reset, and this would be another good case study. Whenever the market reset, people look at it like, this is going to be a detriment to the salary cap. And I'm trying to tell people that salary cap don't even exist because of the simple fact that next season, the money kicks in for Netflix, the Amazon money kicks in, and a lot of people is going to forget about those monies, and then the salary cap is going to increase so much anyhow. There's going to be pass rushers getting anywhere between 40 to 45 to 47. That's going to be the new range. It's just that when Cowboys do it, they got to talk about it. Like the whole thing with Dak Prescott. The whole thing is, he reset the market and these sorts of things. Well, since Dak Prescott got paid, other quarterbacks done got more money. Josh Allen got more money, right? The kid that just got paid, the recent kid, these guys are all getting paid $250 million. It's just the fact that it is for the Cowboys and people make a fuss out of it. But the salary cap is always increasing, you know, for some strange reason.
Right. But then again, you know, it's Jerry prerogative if he don't want to pay Micah that type of money. You know, when we run the tape back every time we in the playoffs, they going at you.
Right.
You know, I don't see them going at J.J. Watt. I don't see them going at Myles Garrett. I mean, Law, they run at him. You know what I'm saying?
So what they did was the Lions, they ran at him, right?
Yes.
And what did a good defensive coordinator do? I saw Adrian Cooper. He made a play. I've seen Quay Walker. It's other guys that's on this team. See, what the Cowboys tend to do is they listen to an 80-year-old man on about football, right? That's beyond his time, that them painted a picture that is only one person that made us not win the playoff game, whether it's offense or defense. I remember him saying, well, he is the highest paid quarterback in the National Football League. We should do something. He should be able to win more with less, you know what I'm saying, or less with more. And the problem is with all of that is that that's coming from your owner. That's coming from the leader of the team, when all we've been saying is it shouldn't have taken all of these years to pair up Lamb with a George Pickens. I get it. Brandon Cooks, he was not a good complementary receiver for Lamb because they both play inside, right? That's two of the same places.
And then Brandon Cook outside. So, of course, you know, it's a different league now. But I get what you're saying. Keep going.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to get at is that the Dallas Cowboys fool around and shoot themselves in the foot with their logic of thinking, right? So I'm not saying to reverse the trade and get Parsons back on here and add a D tackle. No, there's water on the bridge. We got these 4 draft picks now. Get Boogie in with these 4 draft picks. Make them shake. Don't sell us next season we can use these draft picks. I don't give a dog about these draft picks. I'm trying to win now.
Right, but as this story keeps being written, right? That might be a move, you know? Because just like in history, this is our first time ever seeing just Jerry Jones just stick on something.
Right.
You know, as far as just, he just been paid. You know, this is the first time we've seen something like this. And two, Dak played a phenomenal game yesterday.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? He truly showed us, and it's one game, you know. That's why I'll give CeeDee those drops, because they didn't play in the preseason. You know, I'll give the linebackers a step a little late. You know, things like that. The alleyways being open, you know, because it wasn't that Saquon was just gashing us for 150 by himself. You get what I'm saying? It was running back by committee. I seen them actually stop the tush push one time. You know, things like that, man. We didn't have no penalties. You get what I'm saying? It was a different team watching them play football yesterday. You know, and who knows? Just like I say, if CD catch some balls, man, we might be talking about truly blowing them out. You know, if Miles Sanders don't fumble the ball, you know, things like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I like what I seen.
Yeah.
Our rookies, our line, they truly showed up. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm just watching the tape, you know, and the eye in the sky don't lie. And what it showed me yesterday was Schottenheimer, that's his name. Mm-hmm. Schottenheimer got something cooking over there, man. He do.
Yeah, he do. We saw a modern day offense,
cooking.
Man. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We actually toted that rock. You get what I'm saying?
But,
so,
man, in closing, man, what else you got for your boy?
Hey, you know, just like I said when we was back in the day about like 3 years ago, on our road to 100,000, we already hit 100, so now we need to go to 1 million, you know.
Hey, come on with
Loud Nation, man, the best sports radio podcast in the world. Y'all make sure y'all tune in. He a good dude. I love him. Keep doing your thing, Loud. How about them Cowboys? You know what it is, baby.
Yes, indeed, man. That's Wes, man. Moreland from the 214, man. Yeah, Cowboy Nation. One day at a time, one movement at a time. You got it. This is a must-win game. It's a must-win game coming up next week versus the Giants, man. The Giants 0-1, and I guarantee you, right now, there's a Giants law somewhere saying, hey, man, this is a must-win game, man. We got to beat. There's a Giant law somewhere over there rocking his blue and whatever the other off color they got, talking about, hey, man, we got to hit the Cowboys. They coming in overconfident. We got to see what we can do. We just got to make sure X, Y, and Z, blah, blah, blah. They should start dark. They should do this. They should go make this trade, you know, all of this stuff. So the Cowboys got to figure out a way to showcase it's a home game. It's a divisional game. We can't stand them. They can't stand us. Let's not be walking in here as if though we're going to go ahead and get this win. Let's walk in this thing pissed off as holy hell and letting them know, Giants, you're in our division. We just lost a close game to the Eagles. We're going to show you what it's really like, you know what I'm saying, to be entering into AT&T Stadium. Because we're going to beat the brakes off of y'all. Unfortunately, fortunately for us, you know. Yes, indeed. We should give them all what we have. I got from the 206, you in the mix. Talk to your boy.
What up, Mark?
Not much, man. What's good? Marv.
I'm just letting you know, a lot of people thought the Cowboys were sorry. And I told y'all, if you watch the tape of last year, the Eagles took over in the third and fourth quarter with a lot of turnovers. And they ran over you with Micah Parsons. So it wasn't about Micah Parsons. Y'all could go hee because he got a sack on a slow-ass quarterback. Now, that's okay. Since y'all want to try to make excuses, let's put that slow-ass quarterback in Philly yesterday, and the Cowboys probably had 6 or 7 sacks.
Well, we will see that quarterback down the stretch, man. We get our time at the Lions too, and we should be able to be victorious. Like we said. Now Parsons is I hate to say this, he's the force multiplier in that game. He also forced a pressure that cost an INT, and he had a sack, and he had 2 other pressures in that game.
We did the same thing, Law.
Yeah, but we lost in our divisional game. They won, you know.
We didn't stay in our lanes, and the big D tackle that we got on our team told us to stay in our lane. They didn't figure it out till the second half. And look, your boy couldn't do what he did. Like you say, Parsons played last year and they scored 30, 40 points. So I
don't think that we should make it about Parsons versus the Eagles. It was the entirety of the team. It was Mike Zimmer who called that defense, right? But what I'm getting at is that Parsons is old news, right? But he's still a guy that whenever they win, they're going to bring up this Cowboy thing because it hurts us, because it pushes us back further in the draft. And if we're going to worry about the 30 pick or the 32nd pick or what have you, that's going to be an issue for us. We need to figure out how we can win these games regardless.
We got to, Law. If I pay you $34 million, Law,
I'm a happy man.
You got to make the play, bro. If I pay you $34 million, Law, we should be winning. Like the Rams are receiver today. He just made a big play to make the Rams win the game.
Who?
That's our receiver. So Puka for the Rams.
Are you switching? Are you switching over to talking about the wide receiver now? You talking about CeeDee Lamb?
Yeah, because it has nothing to do with the defense, Law.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair and balanced. That's fair and balanced. But you know, at the end of the day, the Cincinnati Bengals, they paying one of their wide receivers $40 million, right?
Yeah.
It didn't come down to him winning that game, by the way. So what I'm saying is, just because you're getting paid, just because you're getting paid doesn't mean anything, right? Like they're paying, like people got to get out of the money. I think football people.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
That's what I'm saying. Miles Garrett's making $40 million, right?
And Miles Garrett balled out though.
Yeah, but they lost.
It wasn't because he lost. He lost because the field goal kicker missed an extra point in the field goal, Law. You got to look at that.
It's a team sport.
See, Law, I love you, Law, but I'll be checking you out, Law. You trying to come over here and make excuses because we got rid of Micah Parsons. I don't want to hear nothing about Micah Parsons. We would have won it if our receivers and that halfback would have, Dak Prescott would have had 300 yards, CeeDee Lamb would have been player of the week with 200 yards. We would have scored with 30 points, Law. That was it, Law. We had the game won. So I don't want to hear nothing more about Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons.
I'm not the one that was saying that we needed Micah Parsons. I think that you are selectively hearing me. I said in the beginning, I'm saying in the beginning that if Lamb catches those balls, then we wouldn't even have to worry about none of this stuff. I said also if Miles Sanders or Saunders held onto the ball, we had to worry about none of this stuff. Now, let's not get it twisted. Micah Parsons not being on this team, and this is where everybody who say that Micah Parsons being off the team, improve the team, are fucking idiots. That's not the case. You don't get better getting rid of your best player. What I'm saying is, listen to me, because y'all keep talking like I'm sitting here saying keep Parsons. What I said is what the fuck I said. I said that if the Cowboys add to Micah Parsons, it would have been a better team. People keep taking my words and mixing them up. That's not what I said. No, you ain't fucking hearing me. So listen to me when I'm talking. I said all they had to fucking do is add a defensive tackle to the team. You didn't have to trade away everything. Now let that go for the record. Let that go for the damn record.
That's cool. That's cool and dandy. But if I coulda, woulda, shoulda, I just know that defense, that's the best run defense I've seen in like 100 years.
When?
With the guy in the middle. Last night.
We talked last night. Nobody, Cowboys didn't play last night.
On Thursday night. Your boy, the defense, big number 96, that's the best. How to stop the run, them deep tackles, balling. And like I say, the ends was messing up because they was trying to be Parsons and trying to run up the field and get sacked. And you know you can't do that against Daniels. And you got to watch this giant quarterback.
Y'all done made it about edge rushing, and we talking about two different things. I'm talking about a guy that you can put all over the field. Y'all keep talking about edge rushing.
We know that, Law.
No, y'all don't. No, y'all keep talking about edge rushing. Last season, Parsons performed better on stopping the run than Kenny Clark. Go back and look at the grades, look at the results. But so many people made it about Parsons versus interior play when it wasn't. That was never the case nor the scenario. And that's what
I don't care about that.
Huh?
I just want to win.
No, you don't. You just don't want to win. Because you keep bringing it up.
If our receiver would have made them catches, Dak Prescott probably be player of the week, and CeeDee Lamb would have been player of the week. And that tight end of ours, I'd be mad at our tight end. Like that dude threw that same pass for Green Bay, he hit that tight end same kind of pass that Dak played. And he always drop passes, man. Ferguson make me nervous. He got bad hands, bro. He dropped the pass. And the halfback, I hope they play blue this week, and I hope they play that other linebacker. I hope they don't when the Cowboys favorite his players, that's when we lose, man. I hope they do not play Sanders, goofball.
In closing.
They say, in closing, how about them Cowboys? And and your boy, I saw your show against them guys when you was going against them. And the New York guy was so embarrassing. He acting like New York, we're going to, man, we score 40 points on him so you can tear his butt up. He got that stupid look on his face. Like, New York is sorry. We're gonna put 40 on him.
Well, let's go do it. How about
Let's go. Let's do it. Yes.
Y'all keep making it about one person when it's about the entirety of the team. And that what gets me about the Cowboy fans. It's just y'all making it about one person. Y'all continue to make it about one. It's been 30 years, 30 seasons, and it's been one person to continue to be the reason why we lose. I can't make this stuff up. All right, I got Kobe from the 817. You're live.
Hello.
What's up?
Hey man. Good conversation today, man. All I want to say is it's not about Parsons. It's about the scheme. Everybody missing the point of what you're saying. I get what you're saying. The scheme is the most important thing because with the scheme, we was able to move Parsons all around, everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So by us trading away Micah Parsons, we lost our puzzle piece where we can put anywhere on the line. Hey, son, go outside for me. Get that from your mom. We lost our puzzle piece. I agree with what you're saying. All we had to do, we could have gave Green Bay some picks for Kenny Clark before we gave him our best defensive player.
Right.
Why we didn't do that? We lost our best defensive player. And interior, they didn't even play the same position. They two different positions.
Right.
So the whole point, I agree with you, is that we could have gave him some picks and we got an interior defensive line. That's all we was missing.
My thing is too, bro, is if we sit on these four draft picks that everybody raving about, right? If we sit on these 4 draft picks for these next 2 seasons, I don't want to hear none of this, oh man, we about winning, because we still doing the developing thing. Yeah, draft picks gonna feel good. But if we want to fool around and wait for a full calendar year to get these 2 guys that are going to bring on to the team, that is easy to sell because we can talk about, oh, man, this guy came from this school, look at his highlight tape, right? But that's not going to help us win now. If the Cowboys were wise and smart, we would utilize and package these picks to win now is what I'm getting at. And that's what makes me hot and angry about this team. Granted, yes, we can get close. We've been close for the last 30 years. Been close every year. Let Jerry say it. We've been the 6th winningest team, right, in the National Football League. Right. But what have they brought you? You know what I'm saying? What have that? What are the results of that? Is what I'm getting at.
Right. How do we get over the hill? How do we get the NFC Championship? How do we get to a Super Bowl? How do we get in the right coaches, the right personnel, right depth, right? Because it's a long 17-game season. So your depth is I feel is one of the most important things. If you got depth, you're starting off really, really good. Now, if you got the right schemes, the right coaches that can put your players in the right position, I think it could take us to the next level. I didn't like Dan Quinn when it came to Micah Parsons.
Right.
The reason being is because he runs a different 3-4, right? So it's putting too much on Micah Parsons, right, to take control of, right? Third down, I feel like Micah Parsons should be first and second down. I feel like Micah Parsons should be a linebacker. On third down, they should put him close to the line. I didn't feel like he should play every snap at the line of scrimmage. I didn't feel that was right. Why? Because I'm 6'2". I stood next to Micah Parsons. He damn near 6'2" himself. Damn near the same size and everything. So I know he going up against 6'6" and 6'7" linemen. I mean, that ain't no easy fight. Am I fast as him? Absolutely not. But what I'm saying, he got a better leverage if he come off of the ball, in my opinion.
Right.
And watching football all these years, he has a better chance of winning whatever it is that the coach has assigned him to if he comes off of the ball. that's why when he would get in front of the center, and he's standing straight up, he looks like he's unblockable, unstoppable, unless they put 2 men on him and tackle him to the ground. It's because when he's further off of the ball and he's standing up and he's able to attack, just like how Overshown looks so good. That speed is what makes Micah Parsons excel at his position, is that speed. So I always felt like he was in the wrong scheme. As you alluded to, you talked about it many moons ago. Dan Quinn has went over to the Washington Redskins, and they was 29th last year, 27th.
Yeah. They were 29th in stopping the run. All right, so this year they probably be a little bit better. I saw Javon Kinlaw inside, so they had issues with the interior. They was trying to utilize, and here's the thing: it's not like teams don't want to improve in those categories. They look at what they did the previous year and they say to themselves, how can we improve in that category? And now they got that. Now he got some reinforcements with that. Even though they got some older pieces, we'll see how those older pieces can hold up down the stretch. Maybe 4 or 5 games down from here, they may start to regress a little bit. But for right now, Washington team look like you're going to have to really throw it on the outside. You pretty much can't run inside with those boys in there because they got bigger bodies now. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, they got Big Pain and
Javon Kinlaw. Kinlaw, yeah. And a veteran savvy linebacker. So we got to make sure that next week when we playing against the Giants, they're a team that's going to start off pretty good, but it's going to dissipate down the stretch because of their personnel. If you get in with a lead with them, I don't think that they have the ability to claw themselves back into a win. So we got to make sure that we on the same page. No dropping of the ball next week, and we should be able to be better when we get that dub.
I got one more question for you before I go. Over these last 5 years since Micah has been here, our cornerbacks from DeRon Bland, Trayvon Diggs, everybody has gotten interceptions after interceptions. And forced passes because of the pressures and all that. Because that is gone, and I might be speaking too soon. I don't know what Izzy would turn into. I don't know how much.
He gone. He Izzy ain't here no more.
Not Izzy. Donovan Izaraku.
Okay, Izaraku.
Yeah. So
Easy. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he'll turn into when it comes to pressuring the quarterback. Right? It's just game one. We didn't really see too much from him. So I can't really judge the pressure rate of what it's been compared to these last 5 years. But what I'm asking you is, do you think with a Matt Eberflus defense, do you think we'll be able to get those turnovers that we've been having as leading the league in turnovers these last few years? Do you think we could uphold that going forward?
I think that, Marshawn Nealon, Easy, or Donovan Ezaraku, when you look at those boys and James Houston, they don't have to go up against a Jordan Mailata. They don't have to go up against a Lane Johnson. Even those two guys, the aficionados will always give them the benefit of the doubt, right? Because of the fact that these are all pro tackles. They're going to always lean on that. Unfortunately, that's how football is. So by them being able to create some pressure versus the Eagles, granted, which is cool, I think that they'd be better even this week. I think Thomas is not going to play. I think that they are battered and bruised up a little bit. So I think that this team will be able.
That offensive line looked really bad.
Yeah. So this team should be able. We should be able to see these edge rushers get home and make some difference in this game. Yeah.
All righty.
Hell yeah,
man. God bless you, bro. Thank you for the call.
Yeah.
I'll be calling you this week.
Come on with it, man. Appreciate you. Good call from Kobe. All right, I got from the 215. You're live on the Nation.
Hey, Law, what's up, buddy?
Not much, man. What you got for me?
Good. Don't let the area code fool you, man. I'm a Cowboys fan.
All right.
Yeah. I went to school in PA. Never changed my number, but I've been in Charlotte, North Carolina for about 20 years. So
no doubt.
Yeah, but I'm so intrigued, Law. By this team. I honestly have never been this excited in a couple of years because I wanted to watch game one with an open mind. I had no prediction, had no expectation, but based on what I saw, I agree with you. I think it's time to go all in, man. Forget them picks. I think we can win this year.
Right.
let's get a stud or a few studs right now. Now, if we would have got blown out and didn't compete, I would have been like, man,
yeah,
this is not the year. Let's sit on them. Let's build for the future. But Law, from what I saw in Game 1, bro, let's go.
You're on my page now. Hell yeah.
Put the chips on the table, baby.
Yeah, push it all on the
Put
table.
the chips on the table. Put them on the table, man.
None of this moral victory stuff. Know that we are literally a one defensive player. You go grab that other defensive player. I'm not finna name the category of it. And you are literally a one running back. Just go get it, add him to him, and you can deal and swabble with the pieces. Stop playing that political football stuff with Tolbert. You can't have two prima donnas now. Like let CeeDee Lamb be the pretty boy, and let Tolbert. I know it's gonna be hard to get rid of him. I know he's a nice guy. You'll marry him off with your daughter. You know what I'm saying? But you can't win with that. You know what I'm saying? Get you another. Get you another little in there, and then you could.
Yes, man.
Yeah,
bro. Listen, I'm like, from what I saw, and again, I tried to have an open mind,
right?
You know? But I got to be honest, Laura. I watched a lot of football today. I can name about 2 or 3 teams that look better than us. We not far. Just being honest.
Right.
Packers look better than us, right? Let's be honest. Packers. Who else?
The Colts, but they didn't play no real true competition, though. You really can't really, you know.
You can't honestly name more than 3 teams that look better than us, Law. Let's be honest. Like top to bottom, defense, offense, special teams. Can you name more than 3 teams this week that look better than us?
But the one thing that I don't want us to do is to be just like everybody else saying, "Oh man, you know, if we do this and that." No, go ahead and make that extra push now, because if you wait, man, I'm telling you. It's just going to be the whole thing again about letting this negative thing continue to build up and up and up, and then you get hit with the element of surprise when you say, "Damn, only we did this, if only we did that."
That's right.
And that's so many times.
Right.
Like it happened in 2023.
Small,
yeah, it happened to us in 2023.
Small.
Yeah. You know what happened in 2023? The exact same thing. We were winning games, right?
Yeah.
And all I was saying then. Let's go get us a true defensive tackle. Let's get us a real linebacker. But to win and how we were winning, it made us like, oh, we okay. Then we get to the postseason, the same thing happened. This team, if we take this same team to the postseason, I hate to give y'all bad news. We won't win.
You're right.
And Cowboys, Cowboy fans gonna say, keep the faith. Yeah, you lose the faith on the team. No, this team can't win in the postseason with these set of guys.
Absolutely right. Yep. We got the foundation.
Yeah.
Now we got to go get the windows.
Yeah.
We got to go get the carpet.
Yeah.
We got to go get the blinds. We got to make it pretty now. We got the foundation.
Yeah.
But we got to pretty this thing up, man. And I feel like from what I saw, and this is what I was looking for, Law. Everybody else is looking at CD and, all the pretty positions. My eyes was on that left and right tackle. Left and right tackle. I said, look at Tyler.
Yeah.
Nobody's talking about Tyler. Tyler became a man, in my opinion, Thursday night.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody, nobody had any expectations of him. And I'm not saying, he's a world beater, but he held it down at least.
Yeah.
And obviously Big Boy got ejected, so it wasn't a true test, but that's not his position anyway.
Right.
Tyler and Steele, you didn't hear their name one time. And that's what you want on the tackle. You don't want to hear their name. Collinsworth, if he's saying your name as a tackle, you're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
I didn't hear Tyler or Steele's name the whole night. So that tells me, against the number 1 defense in the league, arguably, it's time to win now. So I'm with you. F them picks. Let's get it. It's wide open, Law. NFC. You got the Eagles and the Packers. Other than that, who is really like that? Let's be honest.
Yeah. You just got to
AFC.
strike now, man. You got to strike now and
AFC
get it
got
going,
the
man.
dogs. NFC is wide open. Let's get it.
Appreciate you for calling in,
Why
bro.
not?
Yeah.
Love you, bro. Keep going.
Yes, indeed. It's from the 215. Well, Cowboy fan for a long time. I got 662, then we close out with 210. But 662, you live on the Nation. Talk to me.
What's up, Law? What's up? Hey, I'm with you, man. I'm with the last call, too, man. Go all in. We right there.
Right there.
Thursday night we should have won, man. If Miles Sanders don't fumble that ball, we win the game.
Yep.
CeeDee catch the ball, we win the game. We right there.
Yep.
And I'm with you. We got two extra first round picks. We'll be a fool not to use one of them. At least one.
Yeah.
At least one.
Because we already know it's going to be a later round draft pick. You got to rip that Band-Aid off now. And if you really want to be able to win in the National Football League, you got to say to yourself, I got to compete against something that I just traded to. Right? You got to compete against Green Bay down the stretch now. That team been a thorn in your side for all of these years, and now they got more and more information on you, right? You got to compete against. We could talk about all of this stuff about Washington, but Dan Quinn knows us, right? So we got to compete against a quarterback that's a better thrower of the ball than Jalen Hurts. They can scramble and get outside. They re-solidified their offensive line. So I'm thinking you got to compete against Washington.
Yep.
And people can say all day, calm down, Law. We okay. We just gave the Eagles a run for their money. But you still got to compete. The Eagles gonna get better.
I'm gonna tell you this, Law. Washington's gonna be a tough out to the Eagles this year.
Yeah.
I promise you, because Jaden Daniels is another Jalen Hurts, but he's better. He can throw that ball.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna be tough for years. That's the team you got to watch for years, right there. It's the Washington Commanders.
Yeah.
Because Jaden Daniels ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
And he can stand in that pocket and throw that ball. But like you said, we need to go get a running back. Man, we go get Breece Hall. I watched the Jets game today. Breece Hall don't like splitting carries with Braylon Allen. He don't like that.
Yeah.
He don't want to get traded. Plus, he ain't got no contract. I'll go get Breece Hall. I can say, hey, I go give Jets a second round pick. They might not ask for a first. Give him a second round, man. You get Breece Hall. Breece Hall will set this offense to another level.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, but we can't settle in and live off of like, hey, Javonte Williams. What happens? And I'm not saying that this will happen. It can happen to anybody. But his style and kind of caliber of run, he shouldn't be a 25 to 30 rep guy. I think that he would be better still being that role, but still add someone else that can run the ball better than what we've seen out of Sanders. Now, of course, we got to wait for Jadon Blue, but every game he played in so far, he got hurt.
Yeah, and he got fumble issues too back in Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I got to lean on that. Every game he played in the scrimmage game or the practice, he got hurt. The last preseason game he was in, he got hurt. So I don't want to just build my fortress around a rookie to come in to be the difference maker. If he give us splashes, cool. But I will not lean and build my house on that. And that's what the Cowboys known to lean for. Is to do that, is to build their house on that, But that's a whole nother conversation.
And this is my last thing. Next Sunday, it's a must win. We can't go 0-2 in this division. You go 0-2 in this division, you damn near fight for a wild card spot now. You got this early. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you can't go 0-2 in this division. You can't, because Washington's good, Philly's also good. And you can't lose against the Giants. Giants is the easiest team in this division. You gotta go out there and take care of business. Because the next couple games, Chicago, Green Bay, it's going to be tough.
Yep.
It's going to get tough. So we got to take care of business next week.
We should come out 1-1. You should. Yeah.
Because if we lose next week, bro, I ain't just saying we might be in some trouble.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you for calling in, fam.
Appreciate it, Law.
No doubt. I got from the 210 you in, Dr. Q.
Hey.
What's up?
Hey, brother-in-law, what's going on, man? Hey,
Not
I
much.
wasn't gonna call in. That's good, man. I wasn't gonna call in today, man, but I wanted to check up on you, man. I'm just listening to make sure everything is okay with you, man. But yeah, kind of like what the last two callers just said, man. Go ahead and use them picks, man, to get the team better. Because you're going to need it going forward. I truly believe that, so I definitely agree with you guys. But my thing is, everybody is sitting here talking about what MP, how much of an impact player he was. Great player, but my only issue is with this. If he gets you 10 sacks in Green Bay, tell me what's changed. Tell me what's changed.
If he
got
give
the
you
same thing here.
Yeah,
Because you got the same thing here. What's changed? Nothing, right? Now, my only issue with Micah Parsons and that are the moments. I always say the moments, and typically those moments are playoff times.
Right.
We know what they're going to do during the regular season. It's those moments in the playoffs, right? So I don't know. When someone was talking about how we're going to miss his production, et cetera, but you win and lose as a team. So everything is not on him. When Dallas lose, when they lost the other day, yes, CeeDee dropped the ball. I don't want to get into the whole thing if CeeDee catches them balls,
right.
If it's if such and such, because you got to think about like that transaction happened in what 7 seconds.
Yeah.
What was going on the other 59 minutes? You see, that's the way I look at it. I'm like, did you do enough to stop such and such? What happened to lane integrity? What happened to all of those things? That all falls into a team sport. It's all team, man.
Yeah.
And then the next thing, I just had to call it off with Jalen Daniels. He's gonna, hopefully he'll be a good quarterback going forward.
Right.
But I always tell you, it's the injury bug. So that's why I never like to get into this person is better. God forbid anything happen to these same superstars that we talk about. We definitely don't want to see that happen, but the potential is there to happen. Do you still look at that team the same? No. That's why I say let us make moves. Let us build our team, straighten our team up so we can be competitive for those moments.
Right.
Get Dak a little help. I'm a defensive guy, so fix the defense. I still think you need to put some more pieces on that defense and then potentially that running back. But the thing is, man, I'm getting so sick and tired of hearing about how one person, we missed this person. He was the I don't know the word to use,
the catalyst. Yeah.
And that's not.
Yeah.
Come on,
So my whole argument is this right here. When we got to the postseason, what was our strategy, of utilizing everyone, right? Because the Cowboys tend to put it all on one. Like the whole storyline would have been flipped differently if those tip balls from CeeDee Lamb was like picked off, because people giving Dak Prescott grace now, right? Because there was no picks. I mean, people look at the box scores, they say, oh, Dak threw no picks. But for those who watched the games, even when he did throw picks, 9 times out of 10, it was ball bouncing off hands, right? It was him going to that forcing to CeeDee Lamb. And that's how even the Green Bay game happened in the last postseason we saw. Lamb was pouting, and he tried to force it to him, and it was picked off the other way, right? So what I'm saying is, what we've been saying is, look, we don't want that storyline again. Make sure you surround him with weapons. And the same thing could be said on the defensive side. So the Cowboys, going into this season, they gave Dak Prescott another weapon like George Pickens. Well, this game coming up, we got to see George Pickens and Lamb get busy, right? We got to see this run game get busy. We can't have the same type of outcome, close but no cigar, right? We should be able to expound upon this, watch the tape, because the Washington team, they ran for 220 yards on the ground collectively versus the Giants, meaning that you can run on them. So this should be a heavy run game. We should be able to run. They also threw in the air for 230 yards. So we should be able to throw and run against the Giants. That should be the thing. But if not, then we on a whole different situation.
Yeah, that's right. And that's why I put in the super chat earlier. Man, you've got to spend the money to get the players. You know you're gonna need the players to get where you want to get where you want to be, or get where you're trying to go. And you can't, again, I always say, you can't continuously go shopping at Walmart. You have to, again, I don't want to get into the whole money thing, because that does kind of bug me. It's like, okay, such and such is doing this to get proven player, and Jerry's looking at it like, oh, we got 4 picks, but I'm gonna go get this cornerback that no one has ever heard of. Yeah. And this is what he consistently does. So I don't know if that's going to make our team better, but I hope there's a light that can turn on and say, in his mind, I hope, and say, hey man, we really need to go get some proven, and then flip this thing around. But the bottom line, man, is, and I'm gonna let you go, Law. It's about team win, lose, or draw, right? One person can be great in his own skin, but when it comes to collectively with 11 guys on the field, and at this stage, it takes 11 guys to win at this level.
Right.
And so that's where we're at, man. And hopefully, they'll do something different.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you for calling in, Dr. Q.
All right, brother. Take care now.
All right. Cool. All right. Just for the kicks, man, since he's been waiting here. Phil, you're the last one, man. Talk to us.
The conference has been locked.
Hello.
Not much, man. You live on the Nation. Talk to me.
Yeah, man. Lord, this is one of the things that I've been really having a fit about. I feel like the ownership tends not to have a sense of urgency.
Yeah.
They act like they have all of the time in the world to pick certain players that may be available out here that they could bring in that could make an instant impact, but they won't go out there and pull them in. The first thing the Eagles do when they realize that they are even with us, they went out and got Zadarius Smith.
Right.
Because they determined that they're going to always have the upper hand, that they're going to always make that next move to make their team a better team. Well, we trying to stay packed and see what we got. Now, we had 2 linebackers in the game, man, that was starting, and I was really trying to figure out why they were on the field. I don't know if, the defense coordinator felt like they know the defense better than, some of the guys that we have. But it's no excuse, man, for not having Maris Leopold out there on that football field. And you had number 57, the Sanborn guy, running around like a chicken with his head cut off, and he wouldn't get nowhere close to to being able to get the quarterback down in this game that we played. But man, it's little guys that we could bring in that could make an instant impact, that could help this team. Why is Tolbert still on the team? Couldn't we make a move with him? Trade him, move him, put Amari Cooper on the team, and he's not going to command a whole bunch of money at this point in his career. He decided not to go to the Raiders. What about Jadeveon Clowney, man? I mean, we could use another veteran defensive end. I know we got a bunch of young cats that's got ability, but those young cats, man, they little puppies right now. We need some full-fledged dogs, man, if we're going to go up against become a contender in the league. Those are little moves that we could make. Those guys are available. I'm with you. I would love to move, a couple of those picks that we have and put all our chips on the table. But I know good and well between those two, Jerry and Steven, that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, they're gonna have to re-examine the team. And even though, like I get it, we played pretty well last night, right? The other night, right? And it was a Thursday night game. The delay, nobody scored after the delay, right? So what we got to do is now we got to catch up. We got to play catch up. We third place in our division, meaning that I know it's only been 1 week. What a difference a week can make. But we got to make sure that we putting our best foot forward against the Giants this weekend. Make sure that we cover up all our loose ends and be prepared not to just overlook the Giants and not overlook the rest of the games that's on the schedule now, because this is the week. This is the next 5 or 6 games. These are must-win games because of the fact that the gauntlet of schedule that we have on the back end, especially around Thanksgiving time, we got to make sure we get things going.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Let's get on the roll, man.
Yeah.
We've done it in the past, got on the roll and turned a pretender into a contender. And that's what I want to see us do, man. I think we're close, and we just need to make a few power moves, man, and we might be right there if we make a couple more moves. We do need a running back. We do need a running back. And, man, I'm going to send you something to your Cash App. This is Henderson Chicken, man. I'm going to send you something, all right?
Hey, man, I appreciate you, Phil, man. And thank you. You have a good one, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No doubt, man. It's Henderson, like the chicken, you know. Appreciate him. Appreciate everybody for calling in. And every now and then, you know, we going to talk some football and stuff like that. You know, that's how it goes. And I'm not mad and angry at somebody or people, but sometimes people don't understand. Some people, when you talk nice to people, they don't understand. You got to say a few cuss words here and there. Yes, indeed. That's the only way they can listen, because y'all don't be listening. So I had to say, man, fuck this or shit this and all of that, because y'all don't listen. And that's part of the problem. Y'all would take my words and then just use it like I don't know some fucking football. That would make me pissed off about everything. Like at the end of the day, listen to what I'm saying. Y'all keep saying we so tired of talking about this, so tired of talking. We got to talk about it for context. I'm tired of seeing y'all saying I'm tired of talking about it. You see what I'm saying? And y'all ain't talking. Y'all commenting. I'm the one talking. So all of this, you got to add the context for what I'm saying. Y'all got bogged down on speaking of edge rushing, and I'm talking about utilizing something as a weapon, not just as one piece. Y'all got bogged down on talking about postseason when the entirety of the teams didn't play well in postseason. Not just one, but the entirety. It would be a different story if I look back at some of these postseason games. I said, man, Anthony Brown, man, oh, man, he was balling out, man. Oh, man, that dude balling out. Hey, man, oh, man, that LVE, man, woo, he was good. It would be a different story if we went into the postseason even with Dak Prescott. Man, that running back, oh, man, Zeke was putting up some yards. Oh, man, he was unstoppable. But people make it about one person on both sides of the ball. And that's not how it is. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes, y'all know, I ain't worried about none of this stuff. Y'all know that. Yeah, shoot. Shoot. Ain't no saint, you know what I'm saying, over here. And I'm going to say this again. I ain't gonna say it now. Y'all ain't ready for that. But yeah, at the end of the day, that's just for what it is. Now, if you want to win, you got to make sure you putting the best plan out there forward. I think the Cowboys had their plan. They was going to utilize CeeDee Lamb in this game. It didn't work. CeeDee Lamb dropped the ball. Literally, he dropped the ball. But you can't go into the second week saying, hey, man, let's play him again, and he dropping that ball. Because I can see some ticking time bomb stuff going on with Pickens. It's building up, so you got to get him involved early. You got to make sure that he get involved early. You got to make sure that the plan fits for everyone, not just one, too. The good thing about it is that we got a chance to see CeeDee Lamb fall miserably week 1. We got historical references to get him back into good shape because he don't want to go back to that week 1 tape. So the last time we was in the postseason, that same CeeDee Lamb with the long face, longer than Jay Leno's chin. We don't need to see that no more. Need to get him focused in. Lock in. Every game is necessary. Let's go get on this run and win every single home game possible. That's what we need to do. Papa says, I ain't mad at the ideal of Tolbert sort of fashion show, worried about the drip all over the ball. Yeah. So you can't have 2 of them. I understand you have 1. So Tolbert, you're going to have to stand tall in this. If not, elevate Holden. If not, Ryan Flanoy, let him get a shot at it. Wick Rare says, you spitting the truth, Law, all facts. Yeah. Eddie says, Law, what happened if Pickens ain't getting open? That's the kind of guy that you can force the ball to because he high points the ball. I don't think that he's going to get the most separation on how he run his routes. But he is a jump ball type of guy. He probably be one of the better guys in the league at that. Y'all saw the PIs and stuff like that. There was a slant that was thrown his way, a little bit behind him, and he made sure he got that ball. Yeah, so maybe you got to get him going, moving and grooving. Coaching staff will make some adjustments. We're not worried about that. But if you're going to run with Javonte Williams and then slide in, dare I say, Miles Sanders, then we seen the historical references of what he looked like. Shoot. He get hawked from behind and he fumbles the ball. And he had that same issue in Carolina. Not everybody's lying. So at some point you got to clean that up and clear that up. Cowboy Nation. Jim Rowan says, when the end comes for me, let it find me conquering a new mountain, not sliding down an old one. And when you're up against the struggles, meet it squarely face to face. Lift your chin, set your shoulders, plant your feet, and take a brace. And when it's vain to try to dodge it, do the best that you can do. You may fall, you may conquer. See it through. I'm watching a clip of Jordan Lewis making a play. A little pick to close out a game. I'll shout out to my guy, J. Lou. Shout out to my guy. Yes, indeed, J. Lou. I see you making plays. Keep your head high all the way through the finish, Cowboy Nation. Stand tall or not at all. And if I offended anyone, charge it to my beard, not my heart. Let's get it.
Time to run it off. I wake up. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip this. Wet. Tell him run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell him run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip this. Wet. Tell him run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell him run it up. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turned to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number 1 up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ and Tom Brady. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check, no drip this. Tell him run it up, no sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch. Tell him run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check, no drip this. Tell him run it up, no sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch. Tell him run it up. Y'all gon' make me take that trip way out to Europe. I call up Nigeria, come through in a hurry. Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried. One false move, find yourself there getting buried. Dance with the devil, used to love playing those games. Made some bad decisions that brought my mama pain. I made a promise to her, swore that I would change. I'm on the come up, bet I live up to my name. I wake up, flex, I'm down now, check. No drip, this wet, tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest, might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch, tell them run it up.